We are live. Welcome everybody to our first webinar of 2022 with GetHealthy.Store. My name is Tracy Straub, and I will be one of your hosts tonight, along with Chelsea Newman. Chelsea, why don't you introduce yourself first, since you're kind of like the backbone of this company, I feel.
Thank you. Yes. Well, it's lovely to be here. We're trying out this new way to connect with you all. Hopefully in the new year, we can connect quite a bit more. If I haven't met you yet, I'm the Senior Sales Account Manager at GetHealthy.Store. I'm a clinician myself, been in the industry for over 10 years and have a personal practice, but have loved helping you guys grow over the past year. And I'm very excited to welcome Tracy to the team. Clinician, I'll let her introduce herself and we'll dive in with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm Tracy Straub. I'm a naturopathic doctor. I'm the VP of Growth and Innovation, and sometimes other things. My title seems to change, but I'm very excited to be part of this team and this platform. I'm excited to actually see what we're going to do over 2022 for practitioners, because this has really changed my practice. I know that. So it's a great platform, and we're excited to talk about it tonight. So Chelsea, I'm going to let you start off with, who are we? What is Get Healthy? Because you've been here kind of the longest. So.
Perfect. Thank you. So Get Healthy, as you guys know, is a revenue growth platform for what we call the next generation of the health entrepreneur. And over the past year, we've seen 2 years really with COVID, we've seen the need for practitioners to go online change dramatically. It had always been something in the past that we really, really needed, but we've just been pushed forward as this year has gone forward. So we always say that Get Healthy is somewhat of a full script Shopify, Carewell, and Amazon had a baby. There's these needs that many of our practitioners have. And, I found it very serendipitous myself that I became involved in the company. Many of you have heard my story, but some of you have not. A few years ago, about 4 years ago, I had a company that owned my brand. I have a company called withchelsea.com, and we created a very large affiliate bank. We were driving traffic. So it was a thing called Chelsea's List. We vetted products from around the world. They were eco-thoughtful, toxin-free, and everything was based off of an e-commerce platform that was really quite tedious to build and required a very large team. What ended up happening was hardly any money was ever made because of retargeting. Amazon is much smarter than myself, even though I hate to admit that. And so as the industry progressed, we started to see this need that affiliate links can't work, patient direct experiences are broken. Many of you have private label that you need to grow and scale. And so we created this technology platform that essentially gives you access to all of these different brands, allows you to have a practice branded store where you can create content of any kind. You can be in your office now and talk about a product and say, hey, go shop my store. Instead of saying, hey, you should go buy a fish oil, they can actually go to your store, see what's curated, get something direct from the manufacturer so that you know it's freshly made. They can use their FSA, HSA card, and you don't have to pre-purchase the product. So it's really transforming the way that practitioners in this industry treat functional medicine and get healthy products in people's hands. And it's allowing you guys to really step back and not have to worry about the tech and the operations and hire a large team. We manage all of that for you. So it's really your revenue and growth platform. And I'm very excited to see where it goes in 2022. We have a lot of things lined up for you. And there's many different ways that you can use this. It can be in person, it can be virtual, it can be when you're giving a big talk, it can be a webinar. The advent of QR codes has really changed where Get Healthy has gone this year. We have speakers on stage talking about a bundle, showing a QR code, people scanning it and being able to go and purchase their product. So we'll get into that a little bit. We're talking a lot, obviously, today about what to do in January and what to promote. It's obviously one of the biggest sales months in the industry. We talk about weight loss, detoxing. Everyone's kind of on their goals. I don't know about you, Tracy, but me and myself in this practice this year, I've had more people reach out to me about weight loss and health from a place of, I didn't want to look good in a bikini. Like, I actually don't want to die. And the industry is really poised for people to be purchasing products, and they're becoming very smart consumers. They don't want to go to Amazon. They know that it can be counterfeit. So this really allows you to change the way that you handle your business.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I love that point about Amazon. So just touch on that a little bit more about the Amazon products being counterfeit. The second thing I think we should talk about too is with the healthcare professional, when we help them construct the store, they're putting therapeutic grade quality products, and you already know that practitioner, you like them, you trust them. So when you go and shop with them, they're more inclined to help you and be the ambassador. I think that's where we miss with Amazon is that, people go shop there and then they text the practitioner and they're like, hey, how do I use this product? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't use that brand and I'm not even sure it's quality or if it's real. So just touch on the counterfeiting there because that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a really big deal. And if any of you guys have worked or have not worked with supplement companies, you've probably kind of interacted with the Amazon experience in that a lot of Amazon, you'll feel like you're being undercut as the doctor. But when you go and you look at these brands that you find on Amazon, usually you'll notice that number one, the price is higher. So with Get Healthy, we have MAP pricing agreements. The brands agree to not sell it below what we put it on the website for, so you're not competing with relative price. The other thing to educate your patients on that is unless it says fulfilled by the brand, so say that they're buying Nordic Naturals, Biotics Research, Designs for Health, unless it says fulfilled by them, there's a very large chance that it's a counterfeit product. So it happens all the time in the industry, or that it's about to expire and it's been purchased and being resold for a higher price. So very much educating your patient on that and making sure that they're buying from their practitioner store. The other major advantage is that your patients can use their FSA and HSA cards to purchase on your store. And we do much more than just supplements. When I was seriously in practice, I would teach detox all the time. And I'd say, okay, yeah, you can do a detox, but you also need to have clean skincare products, clean healthcare products for your home. You need to have products that are clean for your pet. And so their option was to go to Amazon versus going to my store where I vetted everything and they can know and trust that my education is behind it. So you really give them the confidence that you vetted these products and they don't need to go to Amazon. And a lot of people don't want to shop on Amazon anymore.
Right. That's what I feel too. I feel like, a lot of people, they get lost. They don't know what products to get. There's 7 different, vitamin Ds that come up and then they start texting me and say, which one's quality? What do I take? How much do I take? What's safe? Is it safe to take during X, Y, or Z? So this really gives the practitioner a way that they can, have a place where they can take their patients and clients, let them shop for other things, not just for what they're prescribing for them, but for other things such as those healthcare products that you're mentioning. So they become the one-stop shop for their clients and patients, which is awesome. And so tonight, guys, what we're going to focus on is our January topic for Get Healthy. So what we do is we actually do what's called a patient engagement program for our healthcare professionals that have a store through the Get Healthy brand, where they can engage in a program that we direct market to their customers on their behalf. So it looks like them, it is them. And, maybe Chelsea, in a little bit, we can show one of our stores, maybe yours, so that people can really see that it is branded to the practitioner. It's not a third-party stop, that it's practitioner owned and controlled. So it's a lot of benefit. But tonight, with the January focus, we focused on the 3 hottest topics for January, which was weight management, cleansing and detox. And then we took it a step further for the people that were already on that path for their performance and recovery. So why don't you touch on, one of the products tonight that we focused on as part of our PEP, and then we'll explain a little bit what that inpatient engagement program entails.
Yeah. So of course we wanted to focus on a detox product for you all this year. And I get questions all the time of what is one of your top sellers. When it comes to detoxing, I think giving your patients a kit is key. They really like to have those guardrails up about what they're going to do. So although we do have many detoxes on the platform, we chose one of our top sellers for you this month to focus on and help you engage your patients around. And it was Prolon Fast Mimicking Diet. So I'd love to see in the chat how many of you use that, how many of you have used it yourself or used it in your practice. So Prolon Fast Mimicking Diet is pretty phenomenal in terms of detoxing and cleansing, because what it does is it's only 5 days. I have a lot of patients who really just cannot go 2 weeks or a month with a program. It becomes very cumbersome in their daily lifestyle. So Prolon is a fast mimicking diet. It comes in a boxed kit, and there's a little bit of food and teas and soups that you can go ahead and have every day. You feel satiated, and it really gives you those guidelines to follow. So essentially what you've got is in the morning, you have these delicious bars. There's actually clinical trials behind these bars that they don't increase any kind of or cause any kind of glycemic spike, which is pretty amazing. So you can use them for intermittent fasting beyond the actual cleanse itself. Then in the afternoon, you have 2 teas, you have a snack, you have teas that you can have access to, and you have some olives. as well as an L drink. So we did just do a very interesting webinar with one of the founders of Prolon, or one of the educators from them, and you can really dive into the science. But I'm sure many of you have experienced the benefits of fasting with your patients, and this just gives you a very turnkey way to do it. It's a really nice commission for you all, and it's meant to be repeated over 4 different times. 3 is also ideal. So we do have different ways that you can add it to your store. We've got a 1-pack, we have a 2-pack, or we have a 3-pack. So you'll be able to see that in your back office and curate it on. And they'll get drop shipped to your patients staggered across those times. So my patients have loved it. We do see weight loss, although that's not truly the goal. I always say weight loss is your side effect. And what it does is it kind of reframes that food for them. It gives you just this box kit where they don't need to think about anything. And it's all just done for them as they go through.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So with this particular program that we're doing this month, how does the practitioner that already has a store with us get this onboarded to their store? What does that patient education program look like?
So if you guys are not familiar with our patient education program, something that we offer that's really beneficial for you is pre-done for you content. We know that one of the biggest barriers to entry on you guys advertising or talking to your patients is that you just don't have time. You got into the industry to make people get healthy. You didn't get into write content. So we do create these pre-done for you email series that you can give us your list, like Tracy said, your email list, and we can send it on your behalf. Or you can take our content and actually send it out. So it's super easy. You will have seen an opt-in. I'm sure we can drop it in the chat for you. So you'll opt in by clicking there. You'll upload your CSV file of your email, which we can help you figure out how to get if you don't know how to do it. But usually you've just collected emails through something like MailChimp or even your EHR. You'll give that to us and we'll send it on your behalf. You can see the content that goes. And if you actually want to personalize it, which we always encourage, you can take the content yourself and upload it into your own mailing system like MailChimp or Constant Contact and word it yourself and send it on your behalf. Now, one of the things that's really essential with Get Healthy is that we try to ease any kind of friction around buying. So for every click that your patient has to make, you lose 20% engagement. So imagine if you're on Instagram Live and you're talking about Prolon, or you've done a little email blast and then they have to do 5 different clicks to go ahead and purchase it. It's not going to happen. You're going to lose them. You're going to lose their interest. So with this, you can go ahead and create a buy now link and land them in a preloaded shopping cart, or you can just land them on that product detail page and all they have to do is click buy now. So for you guys to add this to your store, it's really easy. You can always jump in for a training with one of us, but all you need to do is log into the admin side of your store, click on the products tab and look for Prolon. You're then simply going to click add to my store and the system will refresh overnight and it will be added and shoppable first thing in the morning. So you can look there. You can also look under the brand L Nutra. There are sister companies and L Nutra has the fast bars as well. So I highly encourage putting those together. You could even go so far as to create a bundle. So say that you really want to focus on a detox, but you know that they need to not retox at the same time. You can put a bundle together using our bundle submit form. You could put Prolon in there, some healthy skincare, and some healthy cleaning products. Now, some of my most successful practitioners run a very easy group coaching program around Prolon or any other kind of detox. We're going to get into a little bit more of an extensive one in a minute. And all they do is put together a private Facebook group and they jump in every day for 5 days with 15 to 20 minutes of tips and talks. So it can be very simple for you to scale and grow and just sell these products on a reoccurring basis. And one thing I encourage you to think about, which we'll get into a little bit, is maintenance. So we always say, put the blinders on, get 10 patients a month buying something reoccurring. So that might be a magnesium, a fish oil, a vitamin D, whatever you know is essential. So start them off with that Prolon. You can see in your order section everyone who's ordered and reach out to them and say, hey, I noticed that you did this. I'm so proud of you. What do you need to continue? There's many ways you can use your store, and we're always happy to do a strategy call with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of great information. I'm sure the practitioners out there that use the store are blown away, but I'm sure new people that have just come to Get Healthy and that are live streaming with us now probably really would like to see something that's tangible. Do you have your store up that you can share on a screen so that we can take a look at it?
Let me have you jump into a little bit of your talk and I'll pull some stores up while we go through that.
Sounds
show
good.
you guys some of those.
Okay, sounds good. So guys, the next kit that we're going to be featuring, which is more of a deeper cleanse and detox, is called the Remove Complete Kit from Nutritional Frontiers. I've had the pleasure of working with this company for a few years now. And this kit is actually pretty extraordinary. It was one of my favorite kits, one of the highest compliancy kits, and one of the easiest kits to use. So the Remove Complete is a 14-day detox. It's what we consider an opening detox. It contains 2 powdered formulas that taste delicious. And I got to be honest, I'm not a shake person, so I'm not going to lie, but I do love this combination. You do 1 scoop of each of the powders once or twice a day. You can do it up to 3 times a day, in addition to a good, healthy foundational meal plan or replacement of. So this is a great way that you can, really dive deep into, just getting a good, healthy cellular cleanse, or you can just do this as a meal replacement, or you can, have it as just part of a really healthy meal. So I just want to run through some of the active key ingredients within this kit, because one of the things that it contains above other detoxes is the active form quadrifolate, which is a patented trademarked folic acid in the most bioavailable form. We call it the 4th generation. And so this has 3 components to this shake, which is called Power Cleanse. It has a macronutrient matrix, which is your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your fats. It also has a vitamin and mineral matrix, which is in a chelated form. So the most bioavailable activated minerals from Albion Minerals. And it has biofolate, which is the most bioavailable folate on the market. So people that have issues such as MTHFR mutation, who cannot break down folic acid as well, this detox is actually very safe and effective for them to use. It's also loaded with vitamins and minerals, so it can be a multivitamin as well, so it can replace that while you're doing it. And then last, it can also be your nutrient base for your essential minerals and nutrients. So great little kit. I love it. The second product in it is called Lean Greens. And Lean Greens is actually just a powdered superfood drink, which is also a chelator and contains a patented trademarked ingredient called emothion. And emothion is a patented trademark glutathione, which we know that glutathione we utilize for optimal detoxification, the conversion of homocysteine into glutathione and homocysteine into SAMe for good neurological thought and brain. So a lot of people, the results, they lose weight, which is, Chelsea said, is a side effect of a good, healthy foundational system. But they also have, lost the brain fog that many people struggle with, especially what we're hearing out there in the world today, which is COVID brain. A lot of people experience the mood altering issues, the loss of taste and smell. I have used this kit successfully in my practice with people that are post-COVID or long haulers, with great success on both of those things. So Remove Complete Kit, which is a great kit, super simple to do, high compliancy, tastes great, from Nutritional Frontiers. That is part of our patient education program, and you can have that product onboarded. It's a great price too for your clients and patients.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to show you guys the Prolon, and I'm also just going to show you how to log into your back office and see where these products are, just in case anyone doesn't know how to do that. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you real quick. And one thing I do want to say is, there's a lot of people out here who tell me, oh, I don't want to sell. And I completely get that. You guys weren't here to sell. So I want to just show you a really easy way to convert people when you're talking about this. I personally had a friend who was asking me about cleansing and detoxing, didn't want to give her any kind of a sales pitch. So I went to my store and I filtered by the manufacturer for Prolon and L-Nutra. And then I simply copied and pasted this URL to her in a text message. And I gave her a coupon code. And I said, hey, here's all of the different products that we have from Prolon and the fast bars. Now she was able to go in here, see the Soup Variety 2, Prolon Original, 2-month supply, and the 2 and 3 month supply. To my surprise, she went ahead and bought the 2 and 3 month supply. I didn't even have to give her any kind of a pitch or a sale around it. So it's a really nice way for you to get people engaged without having to really push them in any aspect. And she went around and bought some skincare. So ultimately, these stores allow you to really convert people without having to do any of the heavy lifting. Now, if you guys haven't seen the marketing homepage, this is an example of someone who does a really nice job with her marketing homepage, and she chooses to highlight Prolon in one of her call outs. So these stores are designed to convert online. If you're doing any kind of online advertising, please reach out to us and talk to us about this. You can have your Prolon shopping in this best-selling scrolling carousel. And I just wanted to show you another example of a store that's designed really beautifully. So one of the biggest things for you guys in terms of converting online is making sure that your website feels cohesive. So using the same colors with your store, and this is all drag and drop. You don't need a web developer to do this, which you would have had to in the past. Now, if you're unsure about how to add any of the products that we're talking about, please just know this is my demo store. Your stores are going to look the same. All you have to do is go to GetHealthy.Store, log in, and click on this products tab. Now from here, you're going to see all of the products that you have access to, and you can quickly add and remove just by using this. Another thing you can do is write a comment about a product. So take Prolon, for example, say you can use a patient quote in here to get around using a claim. You could say, I love this soup variety too because I love the flavor of this one. And this will actually display on the front of your store. This used to be something that would have taken a whole website developer to do. So go in here, shop around. We always encourage that you have about 200 to 250 products on your store. And one thing Tracy mentioned earlier that is a really nice tip is you don't want to cause decision fatigue. When you go to Amazon and you type in vitamin C, there's 5,000 types of vitamin C. What you guys want is a liquid, a capsule, and a powder of each. And that really allows somebody to go to your store, type in what they're looking for, and be given the delivery options and allow conversions to happen. So just sharing over there, and yeah, really reach out to us, use those marketing homepages to sell.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's such an easy platform to use as well. I mean, I use it, you do as well. And I'm a new person at it, and you've been doing it for a while. And it's really kind of revolutionized how I've practiced. I was kind of looking at a comparison model to other platforms. And like you said, it's all of those platforms plus. So that's what I really like about it. And it's very unique. So our next couple of products, we move into performance. So we've covered weight management, we've covered cleansing and detox. Those are two that are part of our PEP program that we would be marketing to your patients and clients for you, putting these things on a nice discount on your store. And then we would email on your behalf. The last couple of products relate to fitness and performance and recovery. We have a nice electrolyte blend on there from Seeking Health. And so let's pop that up on the screen. Oops, I unpopped it, Courtney. Courtney's in the background. So we know the benefits of electrolytes, obviously, and some of the things that I really don't like as a mom is that my kids are in sports and they are Gatoraded to death, literally with red dyes and toxins and all kinds of things that actually end up hindering that performance. And, for people that don't know, Gatorade came out of the Florida Gators. It was once a good product. It had a lot of, vital nutrients, but it didn't really taste that great. Now, as we've moved into better science and product formulation, we do have things like Seeking Health and their products that are on the Get Healthy platform that you can use instead and reap all the health benefits without destroying, different pathways neurologically. So
I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people don't realize that this is one of the most searched products, electrolytes in general, on an Amazon platform. And when you work within the supplement industry, it's one of the products that are requested the most to be made as well. So I see these sell really well. There's a lot of money that goes into electrolyte advertising. And when you start to look at the ingredients, you realize that a lot of them are really subpar. They're just full of sugar. So this is a great electrolyte. And if you guys have professional athletes and they don't need to transform their health, they just want to upregulate it and grow and perform better, this is a great product to bring in.
Yeah, absolutely. So electrolytes for whatever level of performance you are, for your kids, for your family, safe across the board. And so that's part of our performance kit. The next product that we selected this month was from Thorne, and we just picked one of their great proteins that they have. With this one we chose for display, I think we're all unanimously decided on chocolate, but you can choose the flavors that you want to put into your store or to put on sale. So whey protein obviously is great for recovery. It's great for women, great for hormones. It is an essential nutrient that we all need, a macronutrient. So one of the things that I noticed in fitness and recovery, and because my background is in exercise science, people don't take in enough protein, and they don't take in enough quality protein. So what do you say on that, Chelsea?
Completely agree. And I think it's one of the biggest sales opportunities that are missed, because if you walk into Costco or you walk into GNC, everyone is buying whey protein, and we all know how dirty those are. So it's a really easy thing to say, hey, which protein powder are you taking? One of the biggest converters I've seen is doctors who have in-office practices putting a notice at the front of the desk saying, is your protein powder safe? And that's huge. One of the things that Thorne does also is they make sure that their ingredients are compliant for performance athletes. So if you have anyone who gets any kind of drug testing or anabolic testing, these are clean. They work for that. And so if they're good enough for professional athletes, they're going to be good enough for your patients.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So good stuff. And, I like Thorne. I think they're a great quality company. But again, how many brands do we have on the Get Healthy platform, would you say?
We are pushing about 10,000 SKUs right now. So when you go back into the back office of yours, you can really push around. We're always taking on new products as well too. So if you have products that you would like to submit to us, please let us know. We have a long wait list of brands wanting to come on, which is very, very exciting. But Thorne is one of our top sellers. They do really well. They're very clean. So feel free to go ahead and use that as a recommendation if you'd like to. There's, of course, a vegan line as well. We realize that many of you have a plant-based population. That's also one of the most searched terms is vegan supplements. So we do have some very large vegan influencers who use our platform. So there's a very big selection for you guys to choose from. And it's really good to somewhat niche down. We do have the mom buyers on here, but if you guys can niche down in your stores and say, okay, I vetted these to be eco-thoughtful, toxin-free, or I vetted these to be vegan, and then promote the heck out of that. That's what people want. They want your education.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really, people want to know how to use it and why they should use it, right? And that's what the Get Healthy platform provides, is the ambassador behind the store. So I don't think Amazon does that for you. Just saying.
I mean, Jeff is like a great ambassador.
Well, our last product, but certainly not least, is one of my favorites. It's the Echo Go from Synergy Science. And, this is a very unique little guy. I love the Echo Go. I have one myself. I actually met Paul Baratero at the Trinity Health Freedom Expo when we were there. He's a great guy, has done a lot of research on this. But what this little device does is it produces a therapeutic level of hydrogen-enriched water. And basically what happens when you set your water on the counter, you're losing hydrogen from that water just through natural evaporation. So this actually will put, whether you choose the 3-minute or 10-minute cycle, up to 0.8 or 1.8 parts per million of hydrogen into the water. And, hydrogen is so great for recovery, cellular repair, any type of function that helps with the growth of healthy cellular replication. It's also incredible to help stimulate good gut bacteria. And as we know, gut dysbiosis is a problem in our community and our world. We can't get any better than a good probiotic base. That is our fingerprint of our microbiome. It's different for each one of us. And so by actually utilizing hydrogen water every day, you can help repopulate your very own gut bacteria. So a lot of studies on hydrogen water. I love this, very reasonably priced. And I love that we bundled it in with the performance.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you do this, Tracy. In my personal practice, I always tell people, do you know the 5 macronutrients? And the 2 that everyone forgets are water and air. And I mean, that's what this does. So,
they're like protein, carbohydrates, and we're like, don't forget to breathe,
Yeah,
so.
they're like gummy bears. I'm like, no.
Oh, that's not one? Oh, perhaps. Start over.
Yeah, I mean, these have been a huge seller for us. And actually, they have some really cool products in there in terms of cleaning your home as well. So
Yeah. They do. Synergy Science has a bunch of products, but that's the thing. Like on my store, I have, their infrared sauna. I have all different types of things. Well, I have their EMF blockers, which are incredible, by the way. So many ways for our practitioners to really make this brand and their store their own, and base it around how they practice and how they bundle. And Chelsea, I know when I first got on the platform, you helped me bundle up all my products, and you were so great about strategy. And then Courtney came in with all the marketing. So this is kind of a one-stop shop, and it's personal. It's not a screen where you log in and you get an account and it's just like you and a screen. This is a relationship type of business, and that's what we've tried to form here at Get Healthy, is a relationship type of business as well. So patient education program, our engagement is going for January. You can still opt in all the way through January, and you'll receive 10% off for your patients and clients throughout the month of January on these products that we talked about tonight. Plus, it's a great way to keep engaging and stay in front of your patients and clients. Yeah, Holly, it's very interesting. You should call us and hook up with Chelsea. She'll give you a demo. So that is the last question. How do they connect with us, and how can they see a demo of what they can do with the store?
Yeah, perfect. If someone does not have a store on this call, we would love to chat with you. Like we said, we have many levels, so we can find one that's right for you and your business and your practice and your goals. So just go to GetHealthy.Store and click contact. From there, you'll be able to book with me directly or reach out through a contact form, and we'll be doing some different demos for you. But even if you have private label, that's where some of our biggest people scale. It's too costly, too time consuming to hire all those people. You'll never be able to grow in that way. So please reach out to us, and then I'll help pair you with the store that's right for you. As I said, we have some different versions, but they're all turnkey, and you can get super advanced with them in terms of analytics and work with a marketing team, or you can just be really basic and we say, pay your practice bills with the store. You should have everyone on subscribe and save. You should have 10 to 15 patients a month ordering from your store. And it's really nice to create that residual income that is coming into your practice. We know that you all work really, really hard.
Yeah. And it does help to have that assistance for sure. It helps a lot. So green revenue, making sure, because eventually practitioners run out of time and they run out of them. But people run out of supplements, so they need to replace them. This is a great way to have a place for them to go and shop with you. Yeah. So this has been great. I'm really excited about where we're going to go for 2022. So if you guys want to get connected with us, just go to GetHealthy.Store, go to contact, and book now with Chelsea, and she'll get a demo rolling out for you and help you select a package. Whatever your needs are, we can help you.
Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. All right, guys, we'll see you next month, and thanks for stepping in.